I remember up there, like they fed us all sorts of slop, food, goodies. And one time, one of the nights they did like some chili that made everybody shit. And hey, I don't, we don't really know what happened for sure, but a smear of poo poo feces appeared on the toilet seat.
Dang.
Some people blame me. I wasn't. If it was me, I'm not aware of that fact. I had no idea that happened.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I remember I was at my grandma's house, and next morning I was sitting up in this little jerry rigged bed made out of couch cushions and like sheets, and a little baby snake slithered onto my ankle out of my blankets.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a worm, so I just picked it
I
up.
thought it was a worm, so I slurped it right up.
Sure, man. That's what I do, man. Just slurp all the worms. Picked it up and just tossed it to the ground, and lo and behold, a snake.
Yeah.
And after 5 minutes of panicking like a little bitch, went outside and grabbed a shovel and just fucking decapitated it.
You decapitated this little 2-inch snake. Decapitated it, blood squirted everywhere. It took a bunch of swings. You got a spoon and started just scooping it, trying to cut off its head.
I don't know how effective that would be, but sure, let's go with that.
A small enough snake, you could.
Probably. Man, it was like maybe 4 inches. It wasn't. It was like okay. It wasn't a baby, but it wasn't an adult. It was like a teenager snake. I don't know what the adolescent.
I'm no pedophile. It's more of an amphibiophile or whatever it is. Whenever you're a pedophile that likes older children.
Do you hear about that stupid pedophile flag? All that shit. It's like, oh, love is love. I'm a youthful spirit.
I don't think that's. I think it's a very small minority sort of opinion. But yeah, there are I think actually probably half of the people. There's people on Twitter that'll have like the pedophile flag or whatever. They'll be like, I'm a fucking. What is it? What's the thing? A map. I don't know what it stands for.
I have the soul of a child, so I should be able to be with what I like.
Of a child, so it's not really fair for me to be having sex with adults.
Oh damn, damn.
But yeah, I think like half of the people who like say stuff like that, it's like it's people who are like, yeah, this is gonna make so many people like upset, and like it's gonna make people think that like certain like LGBTQ stuff, they're gonna associate that with us. It's like a bunch of people. Like I think a lot of like
so what is
Nazi people do it. Like they'll do the thing where like they pretend to be like, oh, I'm LGBTQ
what is it?
and they pretend to be a pedophile.
Oof. LGBTQNB. Lesbian, bi, gay, queer, trans, etc., etc. Yeah. Neo-Nazi pedophile.
Neo-Nazi.
You just add NP at the very end,
Yeah,
you start propagating it.
The LGB NP alliance. We don't like trans people, but we are cool with the LGB and the Nazi pedophiles. We're good with those. That's sort of our little segment.
You did a really good job on the cover, by the way, from the YouTube video.
Thanks. Yeah, those are fun. I like doing.
I like how you gave me a little double chin. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, it adds even to the Family Guy aesthetic.
Hey Peter, my pussy is black and it's bleeding.
Oh my gosh.
It's leaking. It's melting off of my body.
Oh yeah. Be lucky that you guys watching this aren't gonna see this image. Speaking of pussies, what the actual fuck?
Well, Michael just showed me a picture of him with his pussy spread with his legs spreaded and his pussy open, and
sure.
It's a sight to behold. You wouldn't expect it, but it is actually well kept.
So, hold on. It's like a stretched out freaking Arby's roast beef.
It is quite, and I know some people will be like, "Oh, that's rude," but it is quite a long, I would say, a long.
Hey, handlebars.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really any.
Maybe I shouldn't have shown that, but
Maybe I don't know. Maybe she could have just been out sort of in the sun for too long. It sort of just got hot and sort of how I don't know what I was. You know how like whenever like lizards that like expand. Maybe she was threatened and like a cobra.
What is this? Vor IRL? Just fucking swallow you whole. Just the gates of hell have opened.
Yeah, but on this podcast we're very pussy positive. We're not. Yeah, we're incredibly So it was a beautiful, lovely, hangy sort of pussy.
Just two dangling handlebars. That's totally what that is, man. I don't know. Whoever's watching this, you better know who Metallica is. Unless you've been living under a rock for most of your life. Like, come on, man. Go ahead, get offended, you guys. But I don't like rap.
Go ahead, get offended.
And I don't really like pop.
I like classic rock.
But
Go ahead, get offended. I like classic rock, dude.
This is a fucked up story, but it's kind of funny too. When my friend Aiden was a kid, he found an opossum in his shed, so he shot it in the head with a BB gun. But it was still alive.
Well, yeah, probably.
So he shot it again, still alive. So his grandpa walked in there and was like, "Boy, quit messing with that possum," and grabbed a pitchfork and just fucking impaled it. And it was sitting there screeching, going, "Ah!" So he just brought it outside and took its body off the pitchfork and just took a knife and fucking slit its throat.
Wow. I'm sorry to do that possum. He like shot in the head with a BB gun like twice, and it stabbed through with the pitchfork, and then had your throat slit.
Them country boys don't play around.
Yeah, it's like an anime character death. Like they just get like fucked up so bad, and then finally like it just has to be like because they're not dead until they're like every atom is like blown up, and so like finally that happens.
They also played baseball with a frog.
Yeah, country boys make do.
Hey,
torture animals.
I can tell you, when I was a little kid, I used to pick up frogs and I'd just stuff them in my pockets. It's fucking weird. Like, I was a weird ass little kid.
I mean, that's cool.
And there was a hole in my pocket, right? So they just got stuck inside my shorts, and like a week later, it's yeah.
You'd wash the frog. Terrible.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I did anything like that with animals.
I used to
I was just sort of mean to them sometimes.
I picked up a frog and like squished its head till its eyeball popped out, and I fucking ripped its eyeball out and just fucking looked at it and squished it in my fingers, and just it popped and the juices got all over my fingers. Don't worry, it's already dead. I took it and I slammed it as hard as I could into the concrete, and I picked it up and started playing with its corpse. I was really brutal.
Yeah, it's some kids just do that. There's just some kids you introduce them to a frog or a hamster. That's fucking ass.
No, a hamster is a different story, okay? You ain't gonna find a hamster out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody has a pet hamster.
Yeah, let's just stuff its mouth full of dynamite.
My girlfriend was talking about one of her friends, like siblings, like took her pet hamster and like cut it up into little pieces.
Just because? Like there was no reason behind it?
No reason, and they're just like, why are you upset? All I did was cut up the hamster.
Oh, you're an animal abuser. Tell it to my birds.
Tell it to the other animals that can't even talk anymore because they're dead. Tell it to the dead
Oh yeah,
animals.
they're totally dead. Their food is totally not filled up right now. They totally don't have clean water.
One of their heads is sort of squashed. The other one doesn't have any feathers.
Although whenever they like misbehave, I have threatened to make budgie nuggets.
Like I would like my grandparents had ferrets and I'd throw them. But it wasn't like a.
You just toss them. You wouldn't like really try to throw them.
Oh, I probably did try to throw them. Like I don't know, like I don't know why I would have, but like I'd like grab on dog's hair and pull it and stuff. Like I was just rude. But like dogs, I learned how to walk. There's this old dog this old golden retriever named Sar, and I grabbed onto his back, and that's how I learned to walk.
Huh. It's interesting.
My dad had this dog named Daisy, and I was quite rude to her as well. She's a black Labrador, and one day I tried to kiss her, and she just bit me on the face. And I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5. And there was just blood all over my face. I have like a little bit of this thing right here.
Wait, did you like do something to the dog after it bit you?
Not after it bit me. I just sat there and cried.
Oh, you said there was blood all over your face. I'm like, holy shit, what'd you do? Oh, dang.
Yeah, I know.
I was about to say, you know, hey, don't take offense, Karens, but if I'm attacked by a dog, you know, I will fucking kick that thing in its ribs. Okay, I don't fucking care. If I think I'm gonna get attacked by a dog, I am going to fucking hurt that dog.
A little.
Oh, if it's a little yip.
Little tiny. A corgi walks up to Michael, like runs up to Michael excited, and he just scrapes it in the face.
Punt it like a football. Corgi ball, no.
Corgi ball.
I'm talking about like a pit or a shepherd or something, you know. If I get attacked by like a really large dog and I don't see excitement or something and it actually like bites me and tries to break my wrist or something, because like
I'd get into a headlock. I would stop his head off. Basically,
okay. Don't ask me why I know this.
Little teeth and I'd bite it and I'd bite it and toss it like a corn on a cob until its head fell off.
The majority of a dog's strength comes from its ground. So when you lift its legs like off the ground, it loses the majority of its strength, and the only thing it can really do is bite you, right? So as long as you're out of its like reach, you have the advantage. Plus you're like fucking 10 times stronger than a little dog. Oh yeah, it's a completely different story if the dog is on top of you and you are like, so the thing about it, if you are in a clear like state of mind and your adrenaline's pumping and you're not afraid, you're angry, and you want to defend yourself, that's a different story. You're going to win. But if you're afraid and you're losing your composure and you don't know how to react, you're probably going to get killed. Because that's the reason behind all these maulings and stuff, I believe anyway. Because when people cannot contain their composure under the pressure of an attack by an animal.
I think most of the people who die whenever they like from dog attacks are like kids. It's like almost all kids.
Oh yeah.
Because like adults can get away pretty easily.
Plus, an animal would probably be more afraid of an adult than a child. Like definitely.
Basically, children are sort of beta.
It was kind of funny. So me and my friend Aiden and my friend Chad, we were walking around in Tulsa, and this dog just walked up to us after barking and growling, and because we showed like no fear at all, it went from aggressive to fucking docile in like 2 seconds. And then there was this little yip that started following it around because we circled around the neighborhood and like encountered the dog again, but it had a little yip with it. Yeah. Yip started barking at us, ran at us. We just kept walking, and then it put its tail between its legs and just started whimpering. Just little skittled off, and I'm like, ha. You know, I used to be really afraid of dogs. I used to like run whenever I'd see a pit bull or something, but now I don't, because most of the time they're not trying to hurt you. You know, they're not really aggressive at all. And I know what I could do to an animal if I tried hard enough. And I love dogs. I've always wanted. I had a pit bull when I was younger. It was like a mixture of a pit bull and a cattle dog. Named it Rocky. Loved that thing. But apparently I got sick and my grandma got rid of it. So.
I remember that.
Yep, I am part of the Walmart family. Ha ha ha. No, this is what we should talk about. At Great Value, guys. I'm totally endorsing it. Buy Great Value. It's totally the best. You know, best quality in the world. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm drinking drinking a big glass of great value brown milk. If you want a milk that's truly brown,
By
Great
great value. It's not chocolate, it's just brown.
It's not that's a good idea for. You ever drinking chocolate milk and you're like, man, I love that this is brown, but I hate that it's chocolate.
Now you don't
Now
have to
introducing
worry about
brown
it.
milk. It looks like chocolate milk, but it's not.
Creates a
it's brown.
vegan alternative.
I mean, some
No.
vegan milks are already brown or tan.
For a while, I actually quit like drinking milk altogether and doing almond milk instead. And actually,
Michael's bones, they shrunk down to a tenth their size. And
what
then
is
turned
this?
big
The
with
Grinch?
clear.
How the Grinch's bones shrink down?
How the Grinch's bones shrank. That's the sequel. The sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas is How the Grinch's bones shrank. And
That month, the Grinch quit drinking milk. His bones shrank a tenth of their original size. He is now weak and frail with a grandma
I
body.
want to show Christmas, but my bones are just so tiny. I cannot get up. I cannot support my big Grinch head.
Just the neck fucking just snaps or something due to the weight of his like
Grinch does
skull.
his iconic evil smile, but like because his bones shrank, it's just like his folds of his skin are like so much more like pronounced.
Damn, that's a good like an art idea right there.
Yeah.
Be a good sketch.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about what the next
There's our theme.
pod's gonna be. Yeah. Here's the theme: animal cruelty and how the Grinch's bones shrank.
Just the Grinch with like a hammer over like his pet dog or something, doing a little smile.
Oh yeah, Michael has a bow and arrow in here.
I also have a
Zach should've-
scythe.
See, Zach, you should have just asked Michael.
I have a scythe, a bow, arrows. I have a hunting
Michael has a
arrow.
bunch of-
I have hunting. I have really cool arrowheads that have 3 blades, and they're meant for
that
piercing
Michael
deer
uses to
hide.
shoot his brother.
Yeah, totally, man.
He shoots an arrow into his butt. He's
That's
like,
why you.
"Ouch! Ouch!" And he leaps into the air 20 feet and he smashes his head into the ceiling.
No, he doesn't smack his head into the ceiling. He goes through the ceiling halfway, and he's just sitting there
He
dangling.
goes up into the sky. There's a little bit of there's a little twinkle where he.
No, he's just sitting there
disappears.
dangling. You know.
I'm gonna take a piss. I gotta take the mic off though because. if
Why
I-
don't we
because-
take it
it's a signal.
outside?
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. I might.
Speaking of smoking, hi guys, I'm taking over this podcast.
If you're gonna like leave the room though, take the.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Take the receiver and everything.
Yeah, take everything if you're gonna do, just so it doesn't like.
But yeah, I'm taking over this podcast. We're gonna. Oh yeah, this is my brother, man.
What are you guys doing?
Doing a podcast. Would you like to join?
I'm playing Roblox right now, dude.
Man, he doesn't want to be a part of Poopcast 3000.
I would love to, but I don't get any clout from it, you know?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you can ask him to put your Twitch link or something in the description.
Oh, interesting. Follow Vampire Bar on Twitch.
Ignore him. Ha ha ha. But yeah, this is now my podcast. Just until Wilson returns. So yeah. You can hear me popping the mint off a Camel Crush Black and Blue. You can hear the sounds of incoming traffic outside. You know, Just your typical shit. Oh my, Wilson has returned.
Yes. Michael has his whole tongue inside of this bird's mouth.
Because that could
Bird's
totally fit.
Yeah, the bird's not chirping because it can't make any sound because Michael's tongue is
What was that?
constricting its
Then what was
vocal
that
cords.
just now? What was that?
That was Mike. The sound went through Michael's body and out his ass.
I want to teach them how to say, fuck. Why did I...
Fuck! I want to teach my birds how to say fuck.
Well, I do want to teach them that, actually.
So whenever I bring a girl over, they'll tell her. Just some guy, his name's Jared, and he's like talking
Holy
to his pet bird, and he's like, "Fuck Jared, fuck Jared." Trying to get the birds to say that, so that whenever a girl comes over, they'll like subconsciously influence her.
Person I know looked at some declassified FBI files, and apparently Obama is related to Hitler because one of Hitler's servants was like, he had sex with a servant, and the servant gave birth, and...
Okay, I do not buy that. That's
Yeah.
The thing that like, because like back then they were like trying to do everything that they could. They probably trying to do everything they could to not just like call him the N-word or whatever.
And apparently...
He's a distant relative of Stalin and Hitler and also Osama bin Laden.
Hey, Trump, you ever heard of the Wall of China? That never worked out.
Hey Trump, have you ever heard of having tiny hands? Hey Trump, have you ever heard of a guy with big hands?
You know what they say, Trump? Big hands are big feet, big shoes.
You know what they say about small hands, Trump? Small hands, smelly balls. Let me get a whiff.
Have you heard of Black Rifle Coffee Company?
Yes, I have.
They are actually my favorite brand.
Because of the Kyle Rittenhouse thing? They're the Kyle Rittenhouse. They were like, Kyle Rittenhouse is pretty cool. I mean, like, their brand was like the gun thing, but then, you know, the Kyle Rittenhouse
Well,
thing.
they have multiple things. So there's Article 15, which is their clothing line, and then they have the coffee company itself. Dude, actually, let me pull up one of their fucking commercials. Like, you can't tell me this isn't dope.
I'll probably think it's funny.
It is funny. See, I like how they make these videos without giving a fuck about how other people feel about it.
Well, because their audience will like it. Like, it's not like...
Wait, what?
Most people make these things without... We put miniguns on a Tesla. It's like...
They did
it's
a...
basically like they're doing, like, 2012 YouTube.
They put a Vulcan cannon on a Prius.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like that stuff is like, I mean, who cares?
Oh yeah, there it is right there.
But it is a bit, it seems like they had like a YouTube presence before even the Kyle Rittenhouse
Huh.
stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember this video right here. So, it's kind of funny. You guys could just hear the audio, okay?
Yeah, so he's basically about to fuck this girl. He's about to shoot her in the pussy with a gun. He's like, "You're going to be my silencer." And he's going to a Black Lives Matter protest to shoot all the black people, so there's nothing to protest about. He doesn't have a condom to protect her from his syphilis-infested cock. He whipped out his cock.
Oh, yeah.
Spores and worms.
There was another one that they did like a year ago.
Okay, now we're going too far.
Are we gonna end the podcast here, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Me, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Like the pod. Listen to the
Absolutely.
pod, you know. Subscribe, follow, do whatever.
Subscribe if you want to see how the Grinch is
Yeah,
shrank 10
subscribe if you want to see the
times.
Grinch's bones shrink even more.
Whoa,
You think
20
If
times.
you think that the Grinch's bones are tiny now, just wait until next episode. Hopefully Zach is back.
The more you slap that like button, the higher the chance the Grinch will drink milk to fix his
the higher the
bones.
chance that the higher the chance that Michael cuts off his bird's head with a pair of safety scissors.